Tom, you want to know what one of my least favorite wrestlers of all time, who they are?
Well, if I didn't know already and I didn't look at the list here,
Yeah.
I would say Goldberg.
Yes, you're absolutely correct. But you knew that already, though.
I knew that before we talked about this. And I guess I could have also said Bret Hart.
Yeah, that's fair, too. Bret Hart, though, did, as much as it just makes me sick to say good things about Bret Hart, I think Bret Hart did more for the company in a way. Did more for history, I guess is a better way of putting it.
Bret Hart is more. If you didn't have Bret Hart, you wouldn't have a lot of the things we enjoy today.
You wouldn't have Shawn Michaels being as prestigious of a name as he is. It's funny that we said those two because, I mean, Goldberg and Bret Hart kind of have a story all to their self with, one ending the other's career and all, which is pretty pathetic, to be honest with you. But one thing, okay, so let's just talk crap about Goldberg for a minute.
Yeah,
while we're here.
He doesn't watch the show. Triple H does, so
yeah.
Goldberg does.
Fair enough, he'd come kick our asses if he saw this. I don't think the two of us could take him. He's a pretty big dude. I'd be scared and fight him. Because at least one of us is going to die in that fight. I don't want it to be me. I mean, I don't want it to be you either, to be fair. But
I'd rather it not be me.
Yeah.
But yeah, Goldberg, ever since, it goes back to me being a WWF guy,
Yeah.
as not liking him as much as WWE. Not liking WCW as much as I like WWE.
Yeah.
So he was like the guy over there, he had the big undefeated, the overly exaggerated.
The fake, yeah.
The overly exaggerated.
1 week it's 47-0, a week later, 158-0.
But he was undefeated for a while in
Yeah.
WCW. And that was the big thing, who's next? I'm the big guy. And so he was kind of boring to me. And he seemed really redneckish, I want to say. And that again goes back to my prejudice against WCW as being the redneck wrestling.
All the people in school, because you were like what, third grade during this time?
Yeah, probably.
So I was I distinctly remember I was in second or third grade at this time, and it was like you said, it holds true. The only people who liked WCW were kind of like the kids that you didn't really want to hang out with. I don't know what was.
They loved NASCAR.
Yeah.
And as children who never drove a car before had a preference of Ford and Chevy.
Right. So
those type of people loved WCW.
Yeah. So that should tell you where we're getting at with this. I'd be a liar to say I don't have a little bit of redneck in me. I mean, I've never worked on a farm or anything like that in my entire life. But
just being an American, yeah.
Yeah, being an American, I've got a little bit of redneck in me. But not enough to see eye to eye to any of that. So the one thing that I always hated was his comparison to Stone Cold, and people would say, "Oh, he'd beat Stone Cold in a fight." No, he wouldn't. I mean, yeah, he would probably in a real fight, but in a wrestling match, there's no way in hell that he'd ever beat Stone Cold. I think Stone Cold. My thing that I would always say when I was a kid, even, and now that I'm an adult and I've seen stuff that's like behind the scenes,
Mm-hmm.
Stone Cold could last in a fight and put on a 30-minute match. Whereas Goldberg would have go 3 minutes and he was just toast.
Yeah, there's a reason why he would come out and beat people in 4 minutes, or less. We've talked about it before with for some reason, the comparison between those two. They were
because they're both bald guys. They have black underwear they wear, and then does he wear knee pads too?
I don't know. I don't think Goldberg ever did. Maybe he did later.
He has the arm ones, but I don't know. Oh, and the final comparison I always make is Stone Cold fights through the cops to get to the ring, whereas Goldberg has to have the cops hold his hand to get into the ring.
Yeah, we've talked about that before.
Yes, we have.
But yeah, that's We don't
So
like
that's
to
our
go
that's
very
our.
much.
If you haven't heard enough, there's plenty more to talk about. But you think we got the picture for now. Now moving along with this, who do you think I would say in the last 5 years of wrestling is the most boring guy that I don't really ever care to see in a match?
I was gonna say Sting, but
Yeah,
that's me.
that's you. Yeah, I'll
But
just save you the answer. It's Brock Lesnar.
yeah,
So and now
not so much in the past 5 years, but the last two at least. He's been pretty boring ever since Undertaker. Ever since he beat the streak.
yeah, that's part of. I'm very vindictive. Like just hate him for that.
Ever since he beat the streak, he's been a very boring because you know how the matches are gonna. Well, not since he beat the streak, since he beat John Cena. I want to say that. It's been very predictable because he just comes out and just kills whoever he wrestles against.
And I mean, we could go on about the streak, but I'd rather save that for another time. I think that's a video that maybe we put out as a special all in itself. Maybe is us just kind of talking about the streak and how we feel about the loss of that later on. If you guys feel like that'd be cool. I've always wanted to do something like that, but one of the worst matches in WWE history, as far as WrestleMania goes, anyways. Because there's a lot of stinkers out there, is Goldberg versus Brock Lesnar. Both guys were getting ready to leave the company, so nobody really cared that was watching the match. And
they didn't care wrestling the match either. They didn't care wrestling the match either.
Right. Quite frankly, even if they were, like now, both going to be fighting in a match, I wouldn't have given a damn either if I was in that crowd.
And I think they've chosen the timing of this match poorly. Because it seems to be a giant promotion for their video game. Which, if they wanted to do that, why didn't they have the match?
Why didn't they start the promos like 2 months ago?
Yeah, I mean they could have had They should have had the match at No Mercy if the game was coming out the same day, or that week.
Yeah,
because I think the game came out on Tuesday of that week. It came out
today.
Yeah,
or
yesterday. And No Mercy was Sunday, so should have had that match really close to the release of that video game.
Or the first time they appear like in the same ring. Like not a match, but a
next week.
Contract signing for Survivor Series or something. Yeah. Have that. I get that.
But I'm just saying the timing I think is weird. I know next week Goldberg has said he's going to be on Raw to, accept or decline the challenge. It's going to be accepted. Why else would he say, "Oh no, I'm a big baby"?
Well, he was on ESPN with Coach talking about if I was to ever be in a match with someone, and he looks just like he's been working out and training and cut. I mean, I've seen him before then. He looked big still, but he didn't look like he was like, I'm not in shape or ready at all for a match. I don't know.
It's going to take me some training.
Yeah. Like, the dude's, Bill Goldberg's a big guy, but like, he's been trying. We'll just say that. Just absolutely not excited for this match, especially if they're going to take time out of WrestleMania for this crap. I'd rather have it at Survivor Series.
I don't see it happening at WrestleMania.
You think it'll be Survivor Series?
It'll be it might be Royal Rumble even.
Okay. I honestly won't be as upset about it if it's there. Because, if I would have known that, I probably wouldn't have been so negative during this entire segment. But, because I think a match like that would actually do good for something like Survivor Series that's been poor as far as sales go lately.
I'd rather see it at Survivor Series than Mania or the Rumble.
Yeah. Yep.
It is a match that they're going to save for one of the big four, though. Just, they will.
I swear to God, if you let Goldberg beat Brock Lesnar, I don't know. That's an empty threat. I don't know what I'm going to do. But I will write a letter and be very, very mad with you.
We'll be upset about it on the show, and Triple H will know about it.
Yes. So, please, God, don't let Goldberg win that match. Because why would you? You know what I mean? Like, here, let's have all this build up for Brock Lesnar, and then Goldberg come in and beat him.
Yeah, and I don't know. This may be another Hall of Fame ploy too.
It could be. Goldberg did win the first match, so if they're gonna do something stupid that we don't want and have Brock win and then have a rematch like a rubber match, which that's 2 matches too many that I would want to see.
3 matches.
Oh,
more
3
than
matches.
needed.
Yeah, yeah. Just forget it happened. Just have Goldberg come out on Monday and say, "I don't want to fight you. I'm scared," and that's it. That's the end. Have that be the end, please.